watched season 10, episode 11 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. And I know it's like pick on Wendy season for what she and Eddie are going through. However, I just really get bothered. It irks me when Wendy is making fun, throwing shade, reading the other women because of what she's going through right now. And I will share some examples. Her little girl at the party that Wendy and Janelle throw for the women. It's a July 4th occasion. The little girl tells Stacy's older girl that she has 4 phones. Now, of course, we update our phones, but we tend to get rid of the previous one. And I don't pay that bill. I don't know how it works. But perhaps if you exchange for the most recent one, 16, 17, you would get rid of the 16, 15 or whatever. So she gets to keep all of hers. So I'm like, okay. But again, that's a pretty little girl just like Wendy. I will leave her alone. But when Wendy is sitting at this get-together with Jazz, maybe it's Jazz, and Giselle, and she says, I have a friend, and this didn't even sound true, but it might be, but I have a realtor friend who said that Angel said she wanted to get a house in Potomac that looked like it costs, a lot, but really the rent is only $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And I say, who doesn't want that? I mean, we all want to save a coin. So to me, that was okay. And then at the end of the show, when they are at this 4th of July event still, Wendy just dives right in and goes, oh, I'm not going to beat around the corner. Angel, they said that you were evicted from your rental. And I'm just thinking the nerve of you, Wendy, and you, throughout the whole show with all those designer duds and overdressing and all of that is allegedly a lie. Everything about you. And coming up in the next episode, when your mom is upset that your dad has finally communicated with you, which I think is great, especially since you and Eddie are now in trouble. The mom, instead of cursing you and your sister having to tell her, Mom, be quiet, it seems like the mom and sister, well, they don't know, they know now, but they would probably be the two taking care of your children. Selling your house, because I don't think, they should go into debt waiting on you and Eddie to come home. But selling your house and selling your things, if not putting most of those things in storage and taking care of your children. So I want Mama to come down, but Mama didn't know what you were going through at the time. Now, Angel is putting on a front, but it's not as bad as Wendy. Something is going on. She and her husband should have some money. He's retired from the NFL, and my understanding is he retired recently. But we never know what's going on with families, how much families need from you, how so many people are depending on you with their hands out. Of course, you do learn to say no. You have to. Because, as Michael Jackson once said, when you need something, who are you going to call? So you have to take care of yourself and your own. So we don't know their finances. We don't know their bank accounts. But Angel's husband says, hey, we do have a budget of $7 million when Angel did inquire, when they said they're going to buy a house in Potomac. But why not go ahead and buy the house then, instead of going back to Colorado where you guys came from? Your lease is up with this Airbnb, whatever you call it. Your lease is up, so just, if you have the funds, just go out and buy a house. But I would rent one again, because you do not know how long you're going to be on this show. And if you really want to stay in the nice home you shared with us that you have in Colorado, don't cause more hardship and spend more money on a place. And rent it for a duration of time, maybe 2 or 3 years. But don't sign a lease for that long. Let that lease be open, not month to month, but perhaps season to season. Let that person know truly you want to rent this beautiful home that's furnished like the one that you're moving from, because you're on this show. And by chance you're not on the show in years to come, next year or the year after, then you can just walk away and not owe anything. And that is all that actually stood out in this episode. Guys, Merry Christmas and peace and blessings.